Foundry. This week I think it's going to a bunch of my platforms dropped. Fun times. Okay, so I'll work on the back end trying to get that fixed. That was weird. Um, Yikes. Anyway, so the conversation Brian and I are having this week, and we had it a little bit off of air, but I think we're going to have a conversation about listening to market signals and pivoting and leaning into a niche, because both of us are kind of living in that place right now. So, um, Brian, I guess maybe the first question is, what are the things that you start considering when it's time for that pivot?
The main signals I look for is how I hate using the word easy. How efficient is it? How no, I'll just use easy just to make it clear. How easy is it to make a sale? Meaning you can use any example. You go, are your sales down in your business? Why? Okay, right? That's a
Mhm.
signal you're looking for. Is it the industry? Do you have a product or service that was trending and now is not trending? Or do you have a traditional place, like a restaurant or something that um something else, some other market signal is lowering your sales? So it starts with sales, and I'll use myself as an example because Brian and I were just talking about this. Selling marketing consulting or marketing solutions, excuse me, is um is a slower sales process just in itself, right?
Mhm.
But with the economy the way it is, people aren't spending the amount of money that um, we're charging, right? Um, Even though you can educate them and let them know, by investing with us, you can, the intent is to help you increase sales and make more money, right?
Mhm.
Um, but I find the sales process is not only slower, but the industry is changing because due to things like AI and people DIYing everything like they think they can do with Chat GPT, and some people can get by with that. And with all that said, the industry shifting in marketing, so that's my signal to say, okay, how do I change what or how I sell something? Ultimately, I still am selling marketing solutions, but it's how am I approaching it? So, um, I don't know if that answers your question. I kind of went on a diatribe there, but if you want, I can talk about what I'm actually doing, and
Yeah,
if that kind of helps.
let me put a bow. Let me tie it back, and then we can talk about what you're
Okay.
doing and kind of what I'm experiencing as well. Um, One of the things is, more times than not, we will try something new or we'll get a signal from an unexpected place. And the other stuff we're doing isn't working. The stuff that we really, really want to happen is not connecting on some level. And then out of left field, we start getting traction or people start replying to an offer that you had forgotten about or you hadn't been thinking about or you hadn't even put a lot of time into marketing. And
Right.
most people will just consider that a one off, right? And I just need to go on, or they'll try to replicate what they did with this signal that people are responding to, this offer that people are responding to. And we'll say, why do I replicate it over here? My take is, and I'm at a point now where I'm like, why don't I just pivot into the thing that people are asking for and put aside the thing that people aren't really asking for right now?
Right.
And not try just because I'm in love with the idea of the thing that I want, the thing I want to sell, I'm in love with it and I think it's fantastic. People are actually buying this over here.
That's right.
And so it's swimming upstream to say, well, I just need to duplicate the offer over here and make this one. No, sometimes you just got to walk away and say, you know what? Aren't responding to this offer, and that's fine. We can revisit this another time. Let's put all the chips on the table on this thing. And that's where I'm at right now in one of my businesses. Um, I think oftentimes as business owners, we fall more in love with our ideas and business models that have worked in the past, and we tend to ignore new signals that are out there. And so that's just me throwing that out there.
Yeah. I mean, you're 100% correct. And oftentimes it can be a real detriment to your business because I've gone for the last 18 months trying to do one thing, and I'm finally pivoting to something that I think is really the way to go and the way to handle marketing for small, medium-sized businesses going forward with today's tech landscape. And it's a double-edged sword because you got to build this out and you work so hard, but you still want to try to sell your services, but then you're like,
Mhm.
you got this mental block in your head or this mental issue in your head where it's like, damn, why didn't I think about this 18 months ago?
Right.
You know? So that self-hate you get when you when you feel like you're behind. Um, so what I'm doing essentially is 531 Labs is remaining as a company, but it's becoming a real tech laboratory. It's becoming a development agency, and I'm not shifting to that as my service. I'm just shifting and pushing 531s to the background, 541 Labs to the background as kind of my playground to develop business systems and processes using AI and all the technology that's out there these days.
Okay.
Um, what's coming from that is a new brand and a new company that's going to run the marketing services for small to medium sized businesses called Hey There Marketing. Um, essentially, what it is, it's an AI powered growth department and marketing department that has different teams in it that are all automated by AI. You got intelligence, marketing, sales, client care, and the best part of it is that we kind of run this system on the back end and it handles all these things for you and it delivers to the client a morning brief every day that they can log into or they get an email or whatever and it says look, this is what's going on, this is what you need, these are the gaps in your marketing, this is what's happening, you know, with your Google business profile, your reviews, your ranking on Google, your ranking on AI chats. um, Here's what your competitors are doing. It runs these intelligence reports and these marketing reports and these sales reports all on autopilot. But what it gives you is a simple daily dashboard essentially to come
Mhm.
into and say, we need you to approve this because we think these are your social posts that you should post. You know, these are the emails you should send out if you're doing email, you know, it and you just approve it and it does it, right?
Right.
So we're trying to build something that does a lot of that monotonous work that people are asking for, right? So Brian and I teach AI workshops to show people how to create relevant data for their business so they can post and create content and all that stuff. I'm trying to actually take that away to some level for those that don't want to DIY it
Mhm.
and just want to log in and say, how's my business doing? Can you recommend anything? Because that's what I get hit with. Going back to what you said, Brian, that's what I get hit with on a daily basis. You know, I just got off a phone call, someone asking me about um, how they talk to ChatGPT to do XYZ for something in their business.
Right.
And while I answer them,
Uh-huh.
it's also like that would already have been answered. It's constantly running these intelligence reports on the back end and looking for gaps that you can keep producing content with or whatever, you know, whether it's ideas, whether it's actual social posts, whether it's video ideas.
Mhm.
I mean, you could have this running, it gives you a video idea, you can work with Brian and he can help you get the video shot just like that. So I'm trying to take away the all the learning, you know, trying to that learning gap of AI and
Mhm.
just give you what you're looking for. How the hell do I get more sales? What am I missing here? You know, that kind of those kind of answers to those questions.
So, and basically the solution you're offering is I want to improve my sales and marketing without learning about how to do sales and marketing.
Correct.
And I think that's a pitch that makes most sense. And so, and that's part of what I'm talking about with offer clarity and the pivot. Sometimes the offer that you put the least amount of thought into, and you're like, okay, this is brilliant. Um, it's a benefit to the clients, it's straightforward, or I'm phoning it in. I just need to get something up there. Those end up attracting more because they're simpler. You haven't put as
Right.
much time into layering all the other details and stuff into it. And so what we're experiencing right now with the basketball training nonprofit is this. We have this all the bells and whistles kind of um, you know, training, and we're talking about all the different modalities we're using and all the other stuff. And I took a Hail Mary flyer and said, or we could just get your kid ready for the season so they can go out and compete in tryouts. And I just put that out there. And within a couple of minutes of me posting it, we got our first registration. One price point, 8 weeks of training, get your kid ready for the season. That's what people responded to, as
Yep.
opposed to this overwrought, overthought, complex thing that I had created, trying to teach them, the importance of training and all this other stuff. And so what I did was I'm like, okay, the signal is saying that people are paying for this, and the friction to get them to pay was non-existent.
Right.
So let me lean into this side of it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm putting down um, more complex models that I built that I love, and I think that they provide tremendous benefit to our clients. And I'm leaning into, let's go simple. Let's make it simple.
Yeah.
And I think the lesson that business owners can learn is um, understand this, and this is just a baseline thing. Most people are selfish. Even the most friendly, most generous person that you've ever met, the person with the biggest heart in the world, when it comes to spending money or when it comes to buying things or making a purchase decision, the thing is they're looking at is, how does this benefit me?
Even
Eh,
subconsciously,
Yeah.
you know.
What's the benefit? If I pay money, how does this benefit me? And I think oftentimes as business owners, we want to sell this entire experience and all this other stuff. And the thing we don't want to talk about is, how does this narrowly benefit this person who is just interested about this self-interested side of them, right?
Mhm.
How do we tickle that self-interested side of this person's brain?
Yeah.
And we end up overcomplicating our offer or adding too many bells and whistles, because I've had offers that were terrible. They were really generous. There's too many things in them.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do too much. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm making this really sweet and I'm making this value packed for this customer. And they're sitting there like, I don't want all that. I just want this one or two things.
Yeah. I mean, that's the premise of what I'm doing. Is to take away all, because people in theory, yeah, they want to learn about AI for their business. That sounds great, and that's what everybody's teaching. That's in theory. That's in a vacuum,
Yeah.
right? The reality is, I had someone tell me yesterday. They said, "Brian, business is hard,
Mhm.
and there's so many moving parts, and I got so much shit to do. And the first thing that I drop is marketing. The first thing I stop caring about is marketing." And that pains me to hear as a marketer.
Mhm.
And it just screams that they don't have time. Like, who has time? If you own a pizza shop, who has time to like worry about learning AI and marketing for a pizza shop?
Mhm.
I mean, there's people out there like, well, just hustle and get it done, and that's what you got to do. And while I don't discount that, if you're a pizza shop owner and you want to go full bore and you want to be uh, pushing out video and stuff, I know that that works and it will work for you. Like, that's the best plan.
Yeah.
There, there's for every one of those, there's a million that will not ever do it.
Right.
Right.
And yeah, and I agree with that, because here's the thing: for a lot of people, like for me, learning about AI and marketing is fun. It's great fun. It's stuff I'll do in my downtime. Nobody has to pull my leg. I don't have to see an immediate benefit out of it. It's just
Right.
something that interests me, and learning how technology is allowing business owners to operate on different levels. I'm fascinated by that stuff. But that's me, and that's what my business is.
Yeah.
For your average person that is swimming up to their neck in invoices, managing staff, and all the other stuff, that's just another thing to do. That's another task. That's another chore. And while over time it may make their life easier if they know how to market their own business. Um, that's over time, and right now, they don't have the time. Time is the thing that they can afford least,
Yeah.
and so they're willing to pay for faster, easier. Where's the easy button? I'll learn about this when I have a breathing room, but I have
Yeah.
to get breathing room first.
Yeah.
And I think that's that for marketers specifically, that's the piece that we miss out on a lot is this stuff is fantastic for us. It's fun for us. But
Hmm.
for other people, building an email list and sending emails out to the email list is a chore.
Yes. 100%. It's because they're in the business of whatever they're in.
Right.
And I mean, psychologically, that makes total sense to like, okay, so I sell, uh, we'll use Matt from last week. He sells ice cream, right?
Mhm.
W- Unless he is super interested and finds it somewhat intriguing or fun to learn every aspect of marketing and how it applies to ice cream shops,
Mhm.
why the hell would he waste his time? He's got staff. He's got, AC breaks or, like, you know, stuff like that. That's what you're worried about,
Right.
you know? It's not what's the latest model of AI that does XYZ, you know?
Right. And it doesn't make his life easier. Like I think
It can,
oftentimes,
but
yeah, it people do that balancing act though. Okay, if I learn this now, it can make my life easier. Is it worth the time investment of making my life harder in the short term?
yeah, and that and to piggyback off that is can they almost never stay consistent with it.
Yeah.
Marketing isn't something you dabble in, dabble out, dabble in, dabble out. That's not how it works.
Right.
Not effectively anyway. Um, so yeah, I mean that's why Brian and I are here. That's why we do what we do is because businesses need someone to do it for them and we trade that value. You know what I mean? You
Right.
pay us, we make you more money. That's just the way it is.
Yep. I'm always going to encourage you as a marketer, as somebody who's done this and markets his own business. I'm always going to encourage you to stay inside your own marketing and be present and really shape
Yep.
the direction of the marketing. That's something I'm always going to expect that you at least make some time to include your add your own flavor into the marketing, right? Add um your own personality and inject that into there. But I also understand that this can't you learning marketing and doing the marketing and then run all the business stuff, that is not that takes it to being overwhelming at a certain point. If your marketing isn't bringing in enough money to buy you time, then the
Right.
marketing is just another thing to do, another bell to answer.
Yeah.
So, now how we apply this to y'all because we're talking about us, how do we apply it to y'all? I think one of the first things is, if you're struggling or you're experiencing a slowdown in any specific part of your business, the first thing you gotta look at is how does your offer explain what the benefit is to the client, to the end user, you know? And the biggest thing is what pain point drives them to your door? Why do they call you? Why do they come in? We use Matt as an example. We're using Matt as an example a lot. But an ice cream shop, what drives people to their door? They want ice cream. It's hot.
Yeah.
You promise the kids ice cream. This is a treat that you can buy them, and you can buy some pieces of parent.
Mhm.
That's the hook. Not, this ice cream is, sourced from here, you know, or any of
Yeah.
the other stuff. That
And you're
stuff can
selling
be in there, but
yeah. You're selling a indulgent luxury.
yeah,
Nobody needs ice cream,
yeah, they
right?
want it.
They want it, and it's an indulgent luxury. So, you know, keep an eye on, what Brian's saying is to find out what drives people to do it, and that's definitely necessary. But what other signals should you look for? Is the industry down as a whole? How are
Mhm.
ice cream sales nationally, regionally? You know, are they up? Are they down? Or is it you? I mean, you can find out, is it you or is it the industry? And then you figure out, what's my competition doing? All these are signals that you need to pay attention to in order to understand and why you need to pivot.
Mhm. What's the customer experience like? Because that's a huge consideration. What is the customer experience journey? What is the customer journey like when they decide to do business with you?
Hmm.
Because there are barriers that you may not even be aware of that they're encountering. I ran into that a couple weeks ago when I launched this basketball camp. And on my end, everything looked incredible. Like it made sense, it flowed logically. What happened when the the parents started registering is they were getting error messages from our website. And instantly that sent the signal there's something wrong with this offer.
Right.
Subconsciously, even though it was a clerical error and even it could happen to anybody, that sent the signal, and instantly they had a negative customer experience at the beginning, and so that limits our ability to reach them and re-engage them. And it could be something small like, you know, the wrong number got entered on the initial form when I was building out the page, which is what happened.
Right.
But it created this entire cascade of a negative customer experience. And so I had to actually go through as a customer and see what they're seeing and experience it myself to say, "Oh, this is what needs to get fixed." So there's a benefit in asking your customer what their journey is, but also trying to find a way to experience that journey yourself.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I don't know. Trying to figure out where we go from here, because I mean, we kind of said it all. I mean, you got to understand that whole process, you got to figure out where your gaps are in your whole customer experience,
Mhm,
right? So like Brian was talking about releasing something new, so he built something and there was a clerical error on the software side that caused friction and caused a gap or a leak that he had to fix. That was like right away. So when you're launching something, that happens, right? That can
mhm.
happen. But say you haven't changed anything, you haven't created anything new, and sales are down. Is there something else? You know, when's the last time you ate your own ice cream?
Yeah.
You know, is there something wrong? Is the consistency off? Um, that's why, like, the big boys, like the Walmarts of the world, that's why they employ secret shoppers.
Yep.
That's how you really figure shit out.
Well,
Is actual interactions and going through the customer experience process. Like we all know, like I hate going to Walmart.
mhm.
There's only certain times I'll go when it's not busy. Um, but I go because the prices are cheap. So they know people want to shop with them, but they know that they can increase that if they increase the customer experience. So I know there's a big focus right now of secret shoppers at Walmart.
Right. Well, and then the question is, because I think you're asking where we go from here. I think what are the signals? Like, what signals can you see? The things where it's like, oh, maybe I need to consider a pivot, or I need to reevaluate what the client journey is. Like, I gave one, but there are other signals that are available out there as a business owner.
Mhm.
Where I'll be I will be as simple as possible. When you have something that worked, and all of a sudden shit ain't working no more.
Right.
Like it's just, you had
Yeah.
something that worked, and then one day, all of a sudden, it just stopped working. That is a strong signal that we need to pull this apart, as opposed to thinking, oh, this is going to sort itself out. Sometimes you need to actually have the mind like, oh, it's going to sort itself out, but let me go take a look under the hood just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be able to determine what's temporary signal and um, what's what's actually not working anymore. I can give kind of an example of a signal that I've recently saw that's more more in the public, more like major. Jersey Mike's just overtook Chick-fil-A as the number one fast food joint in America.
Wow, really?
So I was intrigued by that because I'm a Jersey Mike's fan.
Mhm.
But I'm like, why did that happen? What did Jersey Mike's figure out, and what is Chick-fil-A lacking on? And it ended up with my research, it ended up that they push heavy of influencer marketing now, and I don't mean popular people.
Mhm.
I mean, there's people with YouTube channels that have 30, 40, 80,000 subscribers that they're employees making sandwiches at Jersey Mike's, and it's that kind of a point of view. And to give you an idea of what kind of content they're putting out, this guy, one of his most popular videos is what's better, an Italian number 11, whatever it is, Italian double meat or the jumbo sandwich? What's a better value? So he
Mhm.
makes them both. He shows it and he weighs it and he does all sorts of stuff. And they're just quick reels, right? They're vertical video.
Right.
People with meta glasses on. And there's tons of this stuff going on. So I don't find that you could say, okay, well, it's just a trend. Okay. But they also just overtook Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Those
And
two are those it's not a coincidence, is what I'm getting at.
well,
So they
and
saw a signal
mhm.
of like, I don't see Chick-fil-A doing anything much online. I'm just talking like I'm Jersey Mike's now.
Mhm.
So what can we do? We can start pushing people to do this kind of stuff because people love it. And there you
Right.
go.
I'm looking it up on YouTube as we speak. The Chick-fil-A at least. I think, and so also, and I want to throw it out there. I think somebody at Jersey Mike said, "Here's what's happening, guys. Um, we can hit, a segment of the population that people aren't speaking to because most YouTube channels, vast majority of YouTube channels are under 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that get the most traffic. It sounds counterintuitive, but the traffic is spread out, right?
Yes.
And so if you hit those channels, and saturate them with those kind of videos, um, and they're promotional videos, but they're speaking narrowly to that audience, you're gonna get bigger bang for buck per video.
Yeah.
Because I'm even sitting there looking at um what Chick-fil-A is doing right now, right? And the
Mhm.
shorts that they've created. Um, and they're weird cooking videos, um, AI generated cooking videos. Um,
Yeah, see.
they
And
look
and
like
and for whatever reason, Jersey Mike's and I shouldn't say for whatever. My research shows that they're pushing out this type of specific content,
yeah,
and they're doing secret menu items. They're doing um it's very popular. Even my kids are know about these Jersey Mike's like special sandwiches that you can go get made and stuff if you just go ask. And you know, they're really pushing towards uh Gen Z type
yeah.
audience. And I think that's why Gen Z hops on trends and stays there for quite a while.
Well, and my kids, because my son is obsessed with secret menu items.
Mhm.
Like, he'll spend time looking up such and such a secret menu item just so that he can try ordering it. And I think that there's something to be said there if you lean into that, specifically Jersey Mike's. You're engaging a part of the segment of your audience that loves that kind of stuff. I thought this was a joke when I thought I landed on the wrong page when I looked at Chick-fil-A's YouTube. This is this Brian, we're gonna talk off air about this because I see a business opportunity for us here. Just looking, they have 116,000 subscribers.
Mhm.
All their videos are this weird Wallace and Gromit looking shorts about these cows, and I don't understand what this is. Like, look up Chick-fil-A. If you do yourself a favor and look up Chick-fil-A's videos right now, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Let's see. Trying to find their actual channel.
Yeah, and for a national brand, this is this is not it. Like, this is if this is the national brand's footprint on, this is not it. And um I could see why Jersey Mike's is overtaking them if they're using a social media campaign, because this is not it. I hope this is not their real site. I'm hoping I'm getting bamboozled right now, because if
No, I see what you're talking about.
this is not it. I could throw it on the screen. Matter of fact, I can share stuff. But let me pull up Jersey Mike's their webs their YouTube. Let me pull up Jersey Mike's YouTube. They even have a smaller base. But
It's because they're not the ones putting out the content.
they're not putting out the content. Other people are putting out the content about them. But yeah,
What's up, Matt?
Chick-fil-A, like, this is not. I'm saying this as a marketer. Um, I would think that a national brand would be a little bit more um intentional.
Right.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. They're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah,
But
and they focus on family, and they have a specific type of business. I would say completely Christian based. That's not the
yeah,
right word to use, but they have you know, they have that kind of backing, um, or they're closed on Sundays, that type of
yeah,
stuff.
this is not it. I'm sorry. This is not it. I'm
Yeah,
even looking at the most popular stuff. Yeah, it's family oriented, it's cartoons and stuff. But what is the message here? Because to be honest with you, little viral cute clips about the eat more chicken cow, those are funny and people would watch those and share those. This, I don't understand it. I think there's a lane for them to possibly even showcase a playlist secret menu options. And
hmm
we know they're not secret menu options because if they're on your YouTube, the whole planet knows about them. But talk about your secret menu and what people can do and how to optimize their sandwiches on your menu. Something,
yeah, yeah.
something. This is not it. I am disappointed. This makes me sad as a video marketing nerd. This makes me sad. Um, Geez, guys. It, build some buzz about what you're doing. Maybe that's just this is just me nerding out on this, but this is not it.
Yeah, that's they're behind how old are those videos? Does it say?
The
About a year
11,
ago?
yeah, 11 months. Like, I don't know who's the audience for this. And there's probably let me click on latest. 11 months ago. So they haven't even posted any long form videos in almost a year.
Right.
I would be posting videos, blasting out. Maybe they're more active on platforms like TikTok. I would be blasting out videos about the latest chicken sandwich that we had, the latest drink that's coming out, all that other stuff, and just show, hey, this is available at your Chick-fil-A, and here's our secret menu options where you can optimize your sandwich and blah blah blah. Or did you know that you could get something? This
Right,
is
right.
not it for a national chain.
Yeah, I mean, Jersey Mike's has 9,500 people,
Yeah,
and
but
their
they're
video
crushing.
I don't think they're on this channel
Yeah.
much.
It might be a
Um,
TikTok thing, and so that's why I don't wanna completely throw them under the bus.
yeah. I mean, they have 350,000 on Instagram.
So what's their Instagram look like? What are they posting there?
It's people eating, um, secret ingredient to
Yeah,
it's people doing stuff.
yeah. Um, Chick-fil-A, please call us. Please call us about your YouTube channel. Call us tomorrow about your YouTube channel. Um,
So
from
this is funny. They do timely stuff. Let me pull this up real quick.
Okay.
This is fun. Sorry guys, this is what you're getting today. You're getting nerd out sessions. Let's see, Jersey Mike's. Ba, 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 ba,
I might
ba.
have to mute this. I'm about to mute. I'm opening up their TikTok, so just forgive me if it gets blasted with sound. Okay, they're almost up to a half million, almost a million followers on their TikTok.
Okay, let's go here real quick. 344,000 and timely stuff. Like this is funny. Red how do you get this is obviously during the World Cup. Dry sandwiches, you get a red card.
Yeah.
Ketchup on a sub, red card. Pre-slicing, red card. That kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's funny and it's
Yeah.
timely. I don't know what this is. Some guy eating a chicken salad sandwich.
Mhm.
That's one of their most popular things right now. I'd never order it, but that's just me. But
So
you can see all this is people. Couple with the Danny DeVito because it's some of his stuff's funny.
Father's Day stuff,
Yeah,
like it's engaging content. Um, my goodness, Chick-fil-A, guys, don't rest on your laurels here. Let's lean in. Let's lock in.
like this is fun. It's just
And Chick-fil-A's YouTube is more indicative, is more representative of what I would imagine they would have.
yeah,
But they only have a handful of videos on here.
right.
Oh wow. So you're doing the Jersey Mike one. I'm going down the Chick-fil-A rabbit hole. What does this mean to our clients? What does this mean to our audience here?
The
Uh,
signals, my friends.
yeah. Um, Listen to the market signals and lean into them. Lean into, like, if you have a video that does really really well, try to find what made that video, what message you were conveying in that specific video, and duplicate it.
Yeah,
Don't fight it. Lean into it.
yes,
Because I think what happens is too often we get aligned with the fighting side of it, and um, fighting it makes it a little bit more difficult. Fighting the signal makes it a little bit more difficult. Um,
yeah,
Lean into it, because if you lean into it, you give yourself money coming in because now you're addressing something that people are really looking for. On top of um, you're creating a pathway to get money, but then also you're also giving yourself more capital to really launch the thing that you want to launch.
yeah,
That makes sense.
yes,
Because Chick-fil-A, I'm even looking at it. Really, all their LinkedIn posts are just high contrast, um, high contrast images of their food and their staff, and they're at 1.2 million followers on their Instagram. Um, the reels are more eat more chicken, the whisper game, like it's fun stuff. I do think I think missing out on YouTube is a big miss, but I mean it looks like
looks
they're
like they're doing well
Instagram,
on Instagram. Yeah,
Instagram, yeah. And Instagram is probably where they figured out they'll pour the most money into. So I'm just saying that that's probably the market signal that they said, let's lean into Instagram. So maybe that's
but even if okay, so they have 2.1 million on Chick-fil-A on Instagram.
yeah,
And if I share this, you would say, "Oh, well, they're killing Jersey Mike's."
right,
This goes to your point that you were just saying. Let me Instagram. Yeah. This goes to your point. 2.1 million, but some against Jersey Mike's 350,000.
yeah,
Jersey Mike's just overtook them as the number one fast food in the country, right?
right,
So how does that happen? Is it because it's not because they have more followers, right? So I can look at this. You can see all these highly produced photos, right?
right.
Nothing, it's not the same. It's not people are craving those authentic stuff. And I'm telling you, we're kind of bagging on their social media and looking at Jersey Mike's social media and everything, but I'm telling you, Jersey Mike's is paying influencers
Yeah,
or paying employees that work for them to do these work with me type point of view videos,
yeah.
and people, excuse the pun, people eat that shit up.
They're paying essentially they're basically paying their employees to be their influencers and be their unofficial spokesman,
Right.
official unofficial spokesman. And I think Jersey Mike's is tickling that impulse buying part of somebody's brain
So
where
here's
you're
another one. This video right here. This guy has 491 excuse me, subscribers, and all he does is review food. And this one he talks about 3 different sandwiches that he ordered, and he goes through. I personally hate watching people eat.
Yeah, I do too.
Kind of grosses me out. Um, and this guy likes to eat, and I think he eats almost all these sandwiches, which is amazing because he doesn't look out of shape. But um, this is the type of content that they're paying influencers for. But then you have employees making sandwiches in the shops of their own YouTube channels or TikToks
Yep.
or Reels or whatever, and they're just killing it. They're killing it.
And it goes back to the impulse buying brain. When somebody's out and about and looking for something to eat, this is the thing that lodges in the back of their mind. You know, they watch this video and saying, "Ooh, next time," and they drive by Jersey Mike's. "Ooh, you know what? I'm hungry. I'm gonna swing by Jersey Mike's." And I think
Exactly.
that's how it works.
And Matt's in here now, so I'm gonna pick on Matt again. We were talking yesterday about how um he doing like a live stream of him just serving for a half hour on a
Mhm,
busy day. Having the wherewithal to have a camera ready to go and just hit live stream on Facebook. And it's like, ooh, what's Dip Cravers doing? They watch, and people like watching that stuff for whatever reason. People like to, I think we're all voyeurs in some way. And I don't mean that
mhm,
sexually. I just mean we like to watch shit,
mhm.
right? And you watch that and you're like, what's going on? And you start watching it. And then, like you just said, you know what sounds good? Ice cream.
Yeah,
Let's go get some ice cream real quick.
yeah.
You know what I
Matt
mean?
a video of Matt putting together a shake is gonna do more to get people in the door than just about anything else, especially on a hot day.
Mhm.
You're putting together your new shake. Now people are saying, "Ooh, wait, they have shakes now?" Yes, they do. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it. And I think when we talk about people overcomplicating it, that's the simplest way to simplify it. Simplest way to simplify it. You get what I'm saying with that. But that is the way to simplify it is um really leaning into that side of things and saying, you know what? What's the signal I want to send out to people?
Yeah.
Um, we have shakes now. Don't these shakes look good? Come get your shake.
100%. So I'm going to send Matt, since he's in here, I'm going to put it in the chat if he can get into the chat. Otherwise, let me know and I will send it to you personally. Um, where's the chat at? This is Crispy Pizza, which Brian and I talk about a lot.
Mhm.
This is their YouTube Shorts channel. That is a perfect example for any restaurant in any part of the world. If you want people watching what you do, they do it right. I say they do it right because it is simple, easy edited stuff. Easy. You don't even have to edit most of these.
Mhm. Let's
It's
put it on the screen.
just okay.
I'll put it on the screen. So hold on one second. I'll share it real quick. And we're not gonna do the whole thing about all their videos, but we will show kind of the content, give you guys a glimpse of it. All it is does pineapple belong on pizza? This slice will change your life, right? It's the shorts side of things. And you're
Mhm.
looking at 500,000 views here, um, 67,000 here, 500,000 views here. These are all potential clients that they're sending it out to,
Yeah.
right? All potential clients. And all of this is shorts content. Um, and their call to action is pretty simple. They have Instagram to follow. You can buy merch here. It drives you straight to their store, their website. When you're in New York, go check them out. That's really what this is about. That's what it is. Don't our pizzas look good? Here's us making the pizzas. You can see there's real people behind here. This is what
Yeah.
it looks like behind a pizza shop. Come get a slice. I want a pizza right now just because I'm watching. I see their
Right.
stuff on the screen.
Like that one underneath the Hawaiian one,
Mhm.
the simple things in life. I've seen that one. It's it's good. He just makes a simple pizza, right?
Yeah.
And yes, these guys they're from New York. They're a bit of a characters, right? Like little bit boisterous, so they're fun to watch. But like, and they've created all these different little slang terms and stuff due to this channel, right?
Right.
And people are saying it not like you'll hear, I've heard someone say, and I didn't, this isn't a friend or something. I've heard someone say, no flop jalop, right? That just means no floppy pizza, right?
Guess what? There it is. Are you seeing the screen?
Yeah, no slop jalop.
That's where it is. So even on their YouTube channel, I'm showing you guys this. Their YouTube channels reached a point where they can have a store on here where they can sell their own merch. And they probably make a decent amount of money selling their own merch.
100%.
So this is the opportunity that's out here, guys. And they're leaning into the market signals. They started posting these videos and people started responding to the videos. And then instead of trying to fight upstream, like, I don't want to be on the screen and all this other stuff, they just leaned into it.
Yeah. They do some long form, 4, 3, 4, 8 minutes. And they get traffic on those as well.
Yeah.
But they concentrate on shorts and TikToks and reels. It's good stuff. Like Battle of the Crispy Pizza Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
It's just good. They just make a couple pizzas. That's all it really is. There's no advanced techniques here, you know.
Yeah. Let's click on. I'm gonna see what their most popular video is. Boss makes a meat lover stuffed pizza. It has 1 million viewers. It's him making a pizza and talking.
Yeah.
This is getting them clients. This is getting people. This is making them a place where people travel. If they're traveling and they're in New York, they're gonna come stop by. For business owners. Oh, go ahead.
Can you do shorts by popularity? Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
43 million.
Yeah. For business
20
owners,
million.
especially if you are a brick and mortar business that is in the food side of things or a place where people have to come in, you can make yourself a destination that people want to go check out.
I would call this, and I'm willing to say this and put this out there. You look at these shorts. This is a masterclass in small business marketing if you're a restaurant or that type of business.
Yep. They're making themselves a destination. They're making themselves a place, because there's the other side. We're getting deeper. We're nerding out now. We're getting deeper into the rabbit hole. So now they make themselves a destination, right? Where tourists want to come. They also make themselves a destination where influencers want to come and try their pizza and post the content. Now they're borrowing from social media personalities, or borrowing their audience and showing their pizza on these social media platforms, these other social media influencer stuff. So
yeah, and it's like compounding.
Yeah.
It's like going viral, but in the most beautiful, consistent,
effective way.
Because it's just compounding, like he said. So he has a 43 million views, 20 million views there, all these different ones. And like Brian said, now influencers want to come there and eat there, which they do.
Mm-hmm.
And that you're now getting that influencer's traffic.
Yep. It's not
right.
It's not hard. It's not easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy. But it's doable. It's just making the effort. Imagine he probably has some kind of pocket camera or something, and they just record use on that pocket camera. It's flexible enough that they can record vertical, they can record horizontal. They probably don't have a big, huge, expensive setup. I can see the little DJI mics that you can buy starting at $89 for 2 of them with a receiver and stuff. And that's what they're using.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, it's not hard. It's not easy. It just requires effort, and it's doable for everybody.
Yeah. They've created a content creation system that is extremely effective. And like I said, they have their own slang words and stuff they've created because they've done so many videos. You know, when he cuts a pizza, it's always crispy. That's where crispy pizza comes from, right? But they always say you can hear it 3 blocks away, that kind of stuff. It's just they found a rhythm.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know how we tie this back to signals, but
no,
it's understanding. Go ahead. You can riff on it.
No, you did. You just said it. They tried it. People responded to it. That's the signal. We're going all in on this thing.
Yeah.
That's the signal. And it may not have been what they envisioned, but They don't ever have to hire a marketing agency outside of this unless they really want to scale up. They have everything they need just posting on YouTube, and I imagine they probably have a TikTok running or an
Yeah,
Instagram running.
because it started with they weren't doing any of this. This is all the son's doing because he's got to be, you know, maybe I'd say 18 to 25 years old,
Mhm.
right? The dad wasn't going to do this. Probably gave him pushback. Ah, no one's going to watch this. You know what I mean? Um, but that's wrong. And you can see,
Yeah.
you can go to the older videos and then the newer ones. The dad's much more engaged than he was in the older videos, right?
Right. Guys,
Because he
it's
realized he saw the signal too and said this shit works.
yeah. It's a simple concept. Uh, you just got to commit to it. Figure out what that part of your business is that you're willing to show and get it out there. It doesn't have to be video, it could be photos. It could just be you talking about your industry and talking about what you know and sharing your
Hmm.
knowledge. But figure out the thing that works for you and then lean into it. And stop expecting that it's, it has to be this complex thing. But this, and listen for the signal. Somebody says, "Hey, I saw your video. I came in." That's the signal. Now we need to post 2 videos instead of 1.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. And so these are the signals. Crispy's Pizza listened to the signals and now they're getting the business.
Yeah. And just like I said, the whole compounding thing, there's probably enough money coming in through their content now
Mhm.
where I don't know, they gave everybody raises. You know, they're able to, you know, buy the walk-in cooler get upgraded that's been broken for 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that because now they got an extra 4, 5, 6, 10 grand coming in or whatever.
Helps cover overhead. All that other stuff that matters is getting started and getting your
Hmm.
message out there, guys. And not overcomplicating it. And because the best thing about posting from your business to social media is you get your feedback back pretty fast. You get your signals back pretty quickly. And a lot
100%.
of it. But the marketing system doesn't have to be complex, guys. None of these things are saying you got to come in right now and buy our pizza, buy our pizza, buy our pizza. They're showing you how good it is. You just got to do the rest.
Yeah.
So that's really
That's
what it is. I think that's pretty much everything I have.
yeah. I mean, and I'd like to kind of take the end of this to kind of pitch ourselves a little bit here because
Mhm,
this is the stuff that Brian and I are experts in.
mhm.
I'm not going to, I'll pitch the Foundry a little bit. Go join the Foundry, school.com, SKOOL.com/Foundry. You can do that. That's where we talk and that's where we kind of have some of our systems that you can learn in the classroom. But what I really want to pitch today for both of us is that my new brand, Hey There Marketing, is takes the thinking out of what you should be doing in your business
Mhm.
as it relates to marketing, right? And then a little pitch for Brian as well is like you see these crispy pizza type stuff, he can help get you a system that allows you to do this the most efficient way so it's the least amount of friction for you inside your business. Because that's
Right.
what holds people up. The friction of doing it is what holds people up. Oh, I don't have a camera. You have a phone, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. You know, he can get you those over those hurdles, right? So hit us up. And I'm not begging. I'm just telling you that that's what people need. People come up to us all the time asking and seeking advice, and Brian and I give it away for free. But to really help a business, it's it's really imperative that um, we dig in and really help build the efficiencies in you as a
Yeah.
person for creating content and you and your business as a whole. And I'll be frank with some of my pricing. I'm not going to speak for Brian on his, but like I know the cost that I charge people is less than a part-time employee,
Yeah. It
much
is.
less. And some people say, "Well, I can't afford it." If I told you that I could charge you less than a part-time employee, but make you 10 times that, now I can't guarantee that, but let's just say I can, is it just seems like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah. To
So
me,
I'll let you riff a little bit. I wanted to focus this week and kind of pitch us a little bit and
yeah,
really get out there and let people know that we're here to really help it. But you need to dig in. You need to do the real stuff with us, and not just one-off seek advice here and there.
yeah. Lock
I
in.
don't know.
I think consistency is always going to be key. Consistency is the most important key of content. It's also the most important key of your marketing. Having consistent message out there in front of the audience that matters the most does more than having a viral video that goes out to a bunch of people and it's a one-off kind of virality. And so the way you get that is I can help you build out your vision of what duplicating and stealing crispy pizza strategy is, but it's going to require you locking in and committing to it. And so I can build a marketing system that makes it easy for you to lock in. But the execution piece is still, you got to go out there and execute. If you're interested, you can find me in the Foundry or hit me up at mail@isellwords.net. That's MAIL at isellwords.net. SELL. I have to clarify that because people will spell sell any old way.
Right.
Um, and so if that's what you want, I can help you out with that. Brian can help you simplify the entire process of marketing and re-envision it. And so that's the hey there. He's gonna be launching that here pretty shortly.
Yep.
And so be on the lookout for that piece of it. It's gonna be worth the investment in it, guys. If that's all, I don't really have anything else to close out with.
I don't either. I know last week I have a note here. Last week we talked about getting into like Facebook pixels and stuff, and I'm
Mhm.
and our discussions previous to today, and then previous to today's live stream, and then some other stuff we talked about. I don't know if that's the kind of stuff that people actually want. Brian and I have been talking, and I think what we're going to focus on is these more simplistic, not general, not
Mhm.
vapid, my favorite word, um, but specific, simple things that people can focus on to change their business, and that can really be helpful because people really are like, "That's great. Facebook pixels are great. I understand the technology because you just explained to me. Now what?
Yeah.
Like, okay, where's the money?"
Yeah, what does it mean for me? What does a Facebook pixel mean for me? And so we'll explain to you how to the importance of tracking all that stuff, but and then just kind of saying this is the Facebook pixels how it tracks it, but getting into the nitty-gritty and the weeds about building them and all the other stuff, we'll save that,
Yeah,
I
we're
think.
just realizing that you don't care about that, and that's
Yeah.
and as well you shouldn't sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No
We're
one
looking at
no
the
one wants
marketing
to know.
signals.
Yeah.
We're looking at the
So
market signals. So,
we're eating our own dog food. So,
yep. All right.
but
So
that's
that
all I got.
All right. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. It's been the Foundry.
Thanks for tuning in. Yep.
Talk to you guys later. Peace. Enjoy your week. Wait a minute. I clicked the wrong button. I was about to kick us